answered yes to that question.
Oh, I should grab my stuff. Hang on. Hopefully I brought it all right.
Good morning and welcome to A-1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for Thursday, September 4th. Yeah, the strange thing about the live stream is like we get ready and we run out the door sometimes like we did today, and like I haven't even looked in the mirror, and then we start the live stream and I'm like, oh, I look like Poindexter today. So we are gonna be without Dax for a little while longer. I'll learn today, I'll figure out exactly when he's returning, but this will keep us probably 2 weeks out for another week or so. When he shows up, I'm certain that we will be getting caught up. This is kind of typical with the flow in the business anyways.
You never know, right?
Folks get back from vacation, kids go back to school, and everybody's back to sewing and wanting to get their machines serviced. The brother order is in process. I haven't seen anything ship yet, but I would expect to see that begin to ship in the next couple of days.
So I think next week. That stuff usually comes pretty fast.
It comes pretty fast, and they were pretty keen on that they were pretty keen on getting that stuff out.
Oh my God, it's so painful sometimes.
What, like having somebody take care of you?
No!
Like having to listen to somebody else talk?
Yeah, sometimes it is painful because I'm sitting here like waiting for the words to come out of your mouth.
I got distracted by Jennifer Padley's comment about eating poutine outside of Quebec.
Is it not as good?
So
is that the
there's
issue?
actually a poutine story here, which is, so Steve's younger brother has like a YouTube channel, and
I didn't know that.
Well, I think Steve was telling me he had a YouTube channel, and that he like was doing like a poutine review on that channel from a trip in the Quebec province. And so Steve, when they drove into Canada, they were there for like 3 or 4 days before I arrived. And everywhere they went, poutine was on the menu. And he started like sending his brother poutine reviews, and having never been a poutine guy, I mean, we've been to Quebec and Montreal, and that's where we used to go to buy booze when I was in high school, but his brother kept saying that the poutine we were eating seemed like it was better. But man, the food in that part of Canada, they're like, if you don't want gravy on it, they want to know if you want syrup on it. Like, that food is crazy. It's not corn-fed. It's like fried-fed,
After
poutine-fed.
Karen got done with, so Kimberbell Day was super fun. I was worried that it was going to be a lot for you guys because it kind of went all day. But it seemed like the people, the diehards that were there at the end, enjoyed themselves. So we'll do that again sometime. And maybe it wouldn't be a Kimber Doyle Day. Maybe it'll be, we just like to do sew-alongs, and we'd like to support you when you guys purchase stuff from us. And so I hope that you will also support us and purchase stuff for us to support, all the free content that we put out there. So, what was I going to say about, and you guys do, we really appreciate it. A lot of you have been using our affiliate links, and I wish I could send a note to you guys every single time. I usually send a note for OESD, but I don't know the other affiliates. We don't know when you use them. So,
yeah, French fries with brown gravy and cheese curds. This is what Steve's brother said, and I can see this being real. But he was like, in Quebec, they're very it's very French, meaning it's got to be like one way, and so they're battling it out for the best poutine with one version of poutine, right? Who's got the best brown gravy?
I've never had poutine.
And then, but the poutine we were having in British Columbia
on the other coast
was more like, who can create the craziest poutine? Like the last night I was there, Steve's like, we have to get a poutine for the last night you're here. And
I don't think I've ever had poutine.
Sausage gravy, fried eggs, hollandaise, bacon, a chicken fried steak.
That sounds like every amazing thing.
Green onion and garlic.
Rolled into one. That sounds like amazing.
So,
looks like French fries.
It's basically French fries,
it just
gravy,
looks like
and
French
cheese
fries.
curds.
Yeah, this is it.
Ours didn't look like that.
I'm looking at images on Google because I've never had poutine.
So it is.
So Karen
it was good.
Karen and I were talking after after she had finished her pillow. Thanks for joining us for that. And we were talking about how I love biscuits and gravy, grits, fried chicken and waffles. I love all of that. It's so good. I'm trying not to eat any of it. I'm trying to eat healthier. So, remember we had hash a go-go in Harrah's? Was that in Harrah's?
Oh, that was awesome. We used to get that in Vegas too, but the Hash House a Go-Go had
Hash House a Go-Go. Chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffles.
Are you guys getting so hungry? Sounds so good, doesn't it?
Well, we're getting cheesesteaks today, so.
We're celebrating Adam's birthday today. So, anyhow, what kind of update, now that we spent, the last 10 minutes talking about poutine?
I think these are more interesting live streams. I'm not over here tuned out, waiting for you to ask a question where I'm like, what was she saying?
I was having the worst stream this morning. I fell back asleep.
Yeah, I woke up in trouble for my dream, for her dream.
Well, Patrick had grown a mullet. And then I was looking at him like, what's wrong with you? Why does your hair look like that? And he was trying to grow it out. And so it was kind of like a little bob. And then he had some long hairs, and I was like, is that a rat tail? What's going on? And in my dream, we weren't married, and he hadn't met my parents, and so I was like, how am I going to introduce him looking like that? And then some man...
yeah, you know what? She didn't even tell her parents I was coming.
When we met.
She took me to Thanksgiving, and then we literally, right before meeting her parents, she looks at me, and she goes, I didn't tell my parents you were coming.
It was easier that way.
I was like, what? She's like, my parents don't know you're here.
They met in the elevator.
Then we got in an elevator, and her dad, the whole ride up, because her dad's he's shorter in stature, was like looking at me, like up and down, like looking at Jeannie, looking at me.
It was uncomfortable.
I think they were just happy that you had a man.
That's kind of, yes. Yes, probably. So, but my dream was threefold. Number one, Patrick had horrible hair. Number two, I was riding in, I think we lived in some city, and the bicycle I was riding on was too big for me, so I couldn't put my feet down. I was scared to stop. And number three, somebody was trying to break into my apartment, and I was trying to scream, but I don't have a really airy, I don't even know, because I've never even screamed, I don't think.
Yelled. Oh my God, you scream all the time.
I've yelled, but I've never been like, ah, like I was trying to scream and then nobody could hear me, but there was a group of people and a table outside the door, and I was like, call the police!
And like Google, they couldn't understand her. They were like, what'd she say?
You know when you like wake up and then you fall back asleep and then you have all these like super lucid dreams? That was what was going on. Okay. So, now that you've heard everything going on.
Yeah, just any man.
Yeah, my grandmother used to say, I remember being in the airport with her, and she was like, what's the big deal? Just pick one in Korean. She's like, look at them all. Just pick one. What's the big deal?
Well, she was a product of an arranged marriage.
She was. Yeah, she was an arranged marriage. Yeah, just any man. Just pick one. So, I've got class today with you. So if
Did
you
you
are
see
doing
the question about matching bobbins?
Oh, do you need to match a bobbin? I mean, this is how I feel about matching bobbins. Sometimes, especially if you have high contrast, you might get a pin dot and you might see, like if you're using red and white, and you get a pin dot and you see one of the other colors and that bothers you, I would say do a matching bobbin. It's not like it's a tension issue, although sometimes it could be. But if that's going to drive you crazy, I am using a matching bobbin, but I didn't even pick fabric on the underside that matches. I just picked it because it was like kind of bright and I thought you could see the stitches and it would look great. I want you to not focus on the back of it looking amazing. So I use the same fabric. This is the fabric I used for front and back on mine, and I just used whatever I had in my stash. So I have both of these panels. I'll do half on one and then I'll do half on the other. It should be layered and ready to go. Panel, backing, and batting. And panel, batting, and backing. I used the very last of my 30-yard roll last night. I was like panicked.
So this is a paid class, but
this is a paid class.
Yeah, but like the people that got their Avenires from us didn't need to pay?
Yeah, you didn't need to pay if you got your Avenir from us. So this is the other panel I have. This is the masquerade one? So again, I just have the backing fabric, my batting, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Like you can see, I said about at least 2 inches. If 2 to 4 inches is like fantastic. And then we're going to be using our biggest hoop. Look how big that is. It's big, right? It's perfect when you're doing things like this. And this hoop is amazing. I got to tell you, I really never used the 10.5, the one that came with the machine by 16, because I felt like it bowed on the side the tighter that you did it. This one is magical. I don't know what they did to redesign it, but it's great. And then we're going to use that to start if you want to switch off to your to a snap hoop, a magnetic hoop, a dime snap hoop, monster snap hoop, you're welcome to. But that is what we're going to get started with.
I think I removed a mole just by the bouncing of my watch.
If you bought your Avenir from us, you should have gotten like a code with an email, right? So, because Cindy
bought her Avenir from us.
So I think you're tagged, Cindy, and you should, we'll find out right now. Maybe it got sent out. No, you're tagged in the group, so you should have gotten an email. And there's also a class on the 17th. So if you're not in this class, then I can put you in the class on the 17th. And you were emailed a code I sent out to sign up with a free code to get into it. Oh yeah, let's talk about the update. There is an update,
There
right?
is an update, 1.1. I started the download on our Avenir this morning. I don't know if that's going to be complete. This one I'm going to try wirelessly, at least on our machine in the store. I think a lot of people have been doing their updates wirelessly. A lot of them have been really large, and so I've been doing them via USB just because it's much faster. But Cindy Kakatani saying she couldn't find an email for the class.
I did.
So
I put you in there last night.
Can we?
I got your email and I emailed it to you, so I will.
So let's talk really quickly just about emails. So we are, like, when we send these emails, they're group emails generated either through Gmail or through the calendar and then sent out. Most of them include an attachment.
Here's Miss Cindy.
Some of you have either antivirus programs on your computer or security settings in your email clients that will screen a generated group email with an attachment out. So we run into this issue. Like, the emails are definitely sent. Some of you don't get them at all. Like, you don't get any of them, or like some of them squeak through. And it has to do with the like security settings, or how your security settings are set up. It's helpful if you make sure that Genie is added to your,
because they come from me.
Safe contact lists. And if you don't know how to do it, Google it. Look up, how do I create a safe contact list for whatever your email is, me.com, iCloud.com, Gmail, Yahoo, whatever it is. Or if you're using, say, Outlook on a Windows computer, or Mail on a Mac, look up, how do I create a safe contact in this email client? And try to create Genie as a safe contact. A lot of times that's all that needs to happen. Some folks, we just never figure it out. And the reality is, that's not our responsibility to figure it out. We don't have time to figure out every individual's email issues. If we know, like some of you, we know that you don't get the emails and we know we have to send them individually, we'll do our best to do that. But it's a lot to manage with everything else going on in the store. So, like, if you're finding that you don't get those emails, then it is
And that's not
it is
saying
worth checking out.
we won't help you.
Yeah, that's not to say that we won't help you, but like, part of the reason I'm covering this information is hopefully this will help you help yourselves.
Cindy, I just resent everything to you to your email, so please check that. And it shows you that you were entered in the Google Calendar with your email address, so make sure that we're using the right email address. Sometimes, you guys, there's some of you I have 5 email addresses for. And so when you guys purchase a product or sign up for a class, on what I copy is the email address that is on your purchase history. So if that is different, if you have multiple emails, I don't have time to remember who likes this email for this and who likes this email for this. So you have to let me know, like, I'd prefer to just have one email address for you guys. So if you let me know what your preferred email address is, I can change it in our Shopify and I can change it in our contacts. So like when you purchase a design from us, I do that straight from whatever email address you entered with Shopify. And then when I do enter you for classes, it might be what's in our contacts. So that would help us because some of you have lots of different email addresses and it can get really confusing. So that could be an issue too if I have different email addresses for you. So
Yeah, so and it's funny because I wanted to get through the brother sale. Like I have a deal with Pat that will probably start next week. Like we are going to run a special on Unique Furniture. So Unique Furniture is Pat and Sandy Grant out of Bernie, Texas. You know, he sells through multiple dealers. So it will, you know, he sells through tons of dealers. Like I'm not the only person that you can buy it from. I'm normally just the best price because a lot of times I'll eat the shipping or whatever. And when it comes to sewing furniture,
do they need us?
it is when it comes to sewing furniture, it is I think it's kind of the only really good stuff left. Like everything else is MDF these days, and not even the really heavy MDF. So you know, we think really positively. I saw Cheryl's question about the hoop staying up when embroidering on the Unique
I've
table.
had no
We've had
problem.
no issues. Thank you, man. You know, it is, they make beautiful furniture, beautiful stuff. And, you know, I'm happy to see him out there. I don't think it'll make that big of a difference for us because the reality is, like, I think our pricing will just be better.
Yeah.
And we will be running a sale starting next week. I've been kind of sitting on it because I did not want the responsibility of 2 sales at once.
Yes. So that is going to be coming. It's still not up. I know you guys are still waiting for the Boo. Hopefully, it was when Patrick's not here, and he's much better at dealing with everything than I am. But that being said, I also do more. That store-related stuff. He's always busy, and I haven't done taxes since we got married. Payroll, don't know how. You know, all of that kind of stuff. Patrick does all of that, thankfully. But I like it. It's hard for me when he's not here, and then just having the girls home and just all of that was really, really busy. Is this what 50's like? I am just feeling like, oh my God, I feel like I'm a little bit like not so exhausted.
Jeannie was like, is this what 30s are like? Is this what 40s are like? Is this what 50s are like? We were driving home last night, and I was like, no, you have been like this since the day I met you.
My mind is chaotic. But now it's chaotic and really, really tired. So that's the part that I'm dealing with right now. So anyways, the thread isn't up. And you know what? I actually took all the pictures for all the thread because this is like our little thread kit for Boo, which this is the fabric for Boo. I know it's all in like icky bags right here. But then Karen's like, I'm going to use glow in the dark. And I was like, I didn't put that as an option in the thread kit. So now I'm like putting that as an option into the thread kit. So I have to retake all the pictures, and that's why it's not up there yet. So the thread kits and fabric kits are still coming. And they're just, I need one more day. Like we're getting caught up with shipping. We got in, I think, almost all our OEST stuff. So, Boo Manor, and then we got more of our Boo Manor fabric. So that came in, and Autumn Love. So Autumn Love, there's one kit we don't have ready, but I think all the Autumn Love kits are going to be going out today too.
All but
So if you've
one.
been, except for one, which will go out next week, and two that are going to go out next week. So we're almost there, and that felt so good getting. And then our jelly kits should probably, I'm hoping, be able to all go out by the end of the week too. So that's the kind of stuff I'm like, okay, Jeannie, don't. I stress out about it, and I'm like, don't stress out so much because I always worry. I worry about worrying. I worry that I worry. So I don't have anything else to talk about. Oh, tomorrow we're going to be doing, tomorrow is Wallflower. We're going to be doing our hedgehogs. So 2 hedgehogs, be ready for that. We're going to mirror image. And I'm thinking I never did the Kimberbell ones. That I'm just going to be doing it in the class, and that's why they weren't done, which is strange because I usually do pre-record both. Minky Kim, maybe my mind was like, no mass. No mass. No mass.
No mass.
No mass to your petite fours.
No
Petty
moss to
fours
the
is
petty
coming
four.
up. Let's talk about what's coming up next week. Because if you want stuff for next week, you better order it now. So, next week, oh, I'm going to go grab it. You just talk for 1 second. Let me go grab both.
So Cheryl, I'm still convinced there's something askew. We can talk more about it, not on the live stream, but it's not been, other than one other circumstance, which
Maybe we
I
need
think
to
was
check it out.
remedied. We haven't seen any issues.
My hoop has to lay completely flat. I did have a cutting mat on the back, and then the hoop like bumped, like slid into that, and then like bumped up. So I did have to have it completely flat. Okay, next Friday is going to be Welcome Friends. So we're going to be stitching this out, but you're going to have pre-class prep. And I think did I send you a note as to your pre-class prep? I actually did film your pre-class prep, but then it wasn't good because I was like, oh, I don't have this here. Just imagine it. And then I did the flowers and I did those wrong, although I did the scan and cut. It was perfect. So I'm going to do it one more time this weekend. Usually I just let those videos go, but
Do you want me to take this home tonight? Like, are we doing
yes,
videos
I do
tonight?
have some other videos. But so flowers and leaves have to be all stitched and ready to go, and everything has to be cut and backed. Cut and backed. And then we're going to be doing all the rest. So in class, we'll do the stitching of the main Welcome Friends part. We'll do the construction, and we'll sew on the flowers. We'll do the back. Like binding has to be done too. So I'll show you all this stuff. I'm going to be able to put together, I think, 3 more kits. But the kits will just have the fabric for the front and the bind. You're going to have a different back. Back and sleeve are going to be different.
You just don't have enough.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, I think I could squeeze together 3 more kits. So I think Cindy Benson wanted one, and if you want one, email me. But it'll be an abbreviated kit. It's not going to be like the complete. It'll look like this, except your back will be different, and you won't have extra fabric to do more. It's just going to be kind of like what's right here. That's going to be on Friday. I hate to give it to you this weekend, but your pre-class prep will happen this weekend. But I mean, if you want to go ahead and just do it yourself, you can do it yourself too. Okay, so this is going to happen on Tuesday. This will happen on Tuesday. So I did get one note from one person that was worried about, because this is all flip and fold in the hoop, this border right here, and Lori Holt has in the instructions has you cut those pieces really, 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 really wide. I think what you could do, because if you're working just from a layer cake, you might have to substitute some colors, is maybe just see like this blue. I don't know. What is that? Like if you cut like 2 inches, 2.5 inches, and just cut a strip, just like one skinny strip of it. And then you could lay it down and do the flip and fold as you go instead of cutting like big pieces. You know what I mean? Because it wants like a 3x5 piece, like a huge piece for this little piece that's going to get laid down. if you're working from a layer cake and you're really worried about it, from your 10-inch layer cake, just cut one strip. And then when it comes down to put it down, you're just going to put it down, let it slow, and fold it back. And then cut it. So, because I know the pieces are supposed to be really big. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know if I'd have time. But if I have time, maybe I could do a little flip and fold. It was, you know how we did yesterday? We did our flip and fold with the flag. It would be like that if I didn't cut my pieces down. Because those were huge cuts too, weren't they? If I just left my piece big, lay it down. Like here. Here's my pillow. Ooh. I know. Whose slip is this? Lay it down and like right here. And then stitch it, and then fold it back, and then fold it down and cut it. And then the next one, lay it down, fold it back, cut it. Okay, I'm probably confusing the heck out of you. But I'm just trying to, because in case you're worried about that. I don't know if that helped at all. You're probably like, what? I'll try and do like a little video if I have time, which I probably won't. And you have that whole layer cake, so just play with the colors in there. Like, I mean, it could be anything. Just go, oh, pink looks good here. Oh, blue looks good here. So you can play with that layer cake.
So, I did say we're going to have a furniture sale. Like, I've had special pricing from Pat for a couple of weeks.
I'm going to go. I'll see you guys in class.
But we're going to start it next week. What I didn't want to do is create any additional chaos with as busy as things have been in the store with my departure and with the brother sale. So we'll talk about that next week. The furniture sale will be on the unique furniture. I have a number of special prices, and I will get more special pricing. Basically whatever you want, I'll be able to get some special pricing on. So, Jeannie, is there anything going on Monday? Like, are you doing? Oh, okay, so Software 101 starts on Monday, and like, are you doing any sew-alongs or anything?
Next week, we're doing the pillow and we're doing.
But you're not doing anything on Sunday or Monday?
No.
Okay, so beyond that, we will talk to you soon. Yeah, the thread chest, I think I told Jeannie if she cleaned up her room, she could have the thread chest in the store. I don't know. We'll see. But we will see you all.